searching answers for Western Massachusetts. This is Western Mass News.
We begin with still developing news as we get new information on a deadly shooting we've been following in Chicopee. Thanks for joining us for Western Mass News at 6 on this Friday. I'm Chris Pisano.
And I'm Abby Carnevale. We've learned a man attempting to rob a store was the person shot and killed about 24 hours ago. And Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lockery joins us live in studio with the very latest. Reagan?
Abby and Chris, all of this unfolded yesterday at a shop on Montgomery Street. Investigators released new information within the past few hours. I spoke with Chicopee Mayor John View about this deadly shooting happening in his city.
This was the scene on Montgomery Street in Chicopee when our Western Mass News crews arrived Thursday night. You can see there was a heavy police presence in the area of Zane's Smoke Shop and Convenience Store around 6 p.m. We've since learned this was the scene of a shooting during an armed robbery attempt. Investigators tell us when officers arrived, they discovered two men, one of them suffering from a gunshot wound. And their initial report suggests the person who was shot was attempting to rob the store. He has been identified as 53-year-old Robert Papalardo of South Hadley, and he did die from his injuries.
Anytime that there's violent crime, no matter what time of day it is, it's concerning. You know, we as a city, are concerned.
I spoke with Chicopee Mayor John View following this alarming incident. While he couldn't speak to the specifics of this case, he tells us his goal is always to keep the city safe.
We really focused on community policing in our center, Chicopee Center, and also in the Willimantic section, where we're really trying to build relationships with the PD and the neighbors, the stakeholders, and the people who live there. And the focus is in the future to continue to build those community policing substations throughout the 5 villages of Chicopee.
To combat crime and violence, Mayor View tells Western Mass News the city has recently invested in a camera system that uses AI. It's called Fusus, which he describes as a modern version of a neighborhood crime watch.
It focuses on the camera system that we have and allows for the private sector cameras to have opportunity to get involved as well, to have real-time footage on your phone for a police officer who may be called to a scene, I think is something very special.
And when it comes to keeping Chicopee safe, so far Mayor View feels this new software has been worth the investment.
We've already used it, when the little boy was abducted and the car was stolen. It was a valuable resource to use, and glad that turned out okay.
There's no word on potential charges in this case. However, the Chicopee Police Department tells us they are working with the Hampden District Attorney's Office on this still ongoing investigation. Reporting live in studio, Reagan Lockery for Western Mass News.